Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever MAG podcast, or fuck, I can't do it. This is gonna happen every time. Minimalistically acceptable gamers. Yeah, that podcast. Okay, that works. Now, yeah, it's the first podcast, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, and everyone else could talk. So first, is me, obviously, just FD.
Ourselves.
Yeah, I was just about to introduce ourselves. Well, first is me, obviously, FD, and then we have Meteor Enter, say hi.
Hello, peoples.
And then we have Ark-Chan. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I'm probably butchering it.
It's Ark-Chan, and hello.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Okay.
Where do you get Ark-Chan anyway?
Where do you get it from? You get it from the Warhammer universe.
Oh, isn't that like the RTS, game?
No, it's not. But the RTS, the Total War Warhammer, is the most recent, or one of the more recent ones, for Warhammer Fantasy. But
Right.
there's Vermintide as well, which is a survival, I guess, a team-based survival-ish game. But and it was a book series and a board game before it was a video game. So
Alright, yeah, so, okay, I guess let's start the show, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Well, you see, the first thing was we're gonna look at this article here. I'm gonna post in the description if you want to follow us around. So the first article, it's about Nintendo Switch and what's the new games coming out for it and what has already been come out for it. So, yeah, I can relate to this, and I don't know if you guys can. Meteor Enter can't, I know that, but I don't know about
I
Ark-Chan.
could probably do it. I mean, I know what these games
No,
are.
not the game. Talking about like Nintendo Switch, if you own one.
Yeah, I guess in general.
Yeah, I own one, so I wouldn't know most of these because I see them on the eShop all the time.
You have one
Yeah.
arcade.
Oh.
I haven't really been that in tune with Nintendo for a very long time. Not gonna lie.
Oh
So
damn.
the good thing about the Switch was that I'm really happy about was because, I mean, they've just been doing a lot of third-party stuff,
Yeah, which is good.
Like, right. I mean, that was really the main problem with the Wii U that I found, that it was like,
Mostly Nintendo games.
yeah, I mean, you got just in general, the console has to have like what do you call it? Like all kinds of games, first party, third party, or else it's just not gonna be popular enough.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's start with the games that are the first game that. Let's start with games that are coming out and not have already been released. Like so Figment, never heard of it. That's coming out
Wait,
tomorrow.
where are you starting from?
It's the top of the article. If you go to June 2018,
June
it's
2018? Okay, yeah.
so Figment. That's coming out tomorrow. I have no idea what that is. Any of you?
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein 2. That's coming out in 2 days. That's actually a pretty good
Yeah.
game that I might look forward to.
Wolfenstein, yeah.
That's a
Like,
pretty
that's
good
an-
game.
That's not something I expect on Nintendo. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, to
Exactly,
be honest.
like, that's
But
the
it's
thing
but
with
it's a
third
good
party.
game, so it'd be good to buy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with third party,
Yeah, for sure. And then also on the same day, they're releasing Crash Bandicoot and Insane trilogy, which
I
is
think it's like a middle initial, I think it's supposed to be.
Insane and trilogy. It's supposed to make a play on
Yeah.
words, I guess you could say.
It's like yeah.
Um,
It's really surprised me because okay, like Crash Bandicoot was supposed to be like the mascot for Sony in
yeah,
the 90s, right?
obviously.
So that just I thought it was like they owned it, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, Activision owns it, but Sony partnered with that. No, they didn't partner, but they were involved in it, in the making.
No, I mean it was practically their mascot. They used it in like commercials. I remember. I mean,
Yeah, they did, but it was something that they used a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
June something, which hasn't been released today, is Trailblazers. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
And then we have Mario Rabbids Donkey Kong Adventure, which has already been released.
Now that's
That
an
got released
oddity.
That got released yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess you could say nice. It's just an addition to the game, which is Rabbids Kingdom Battle thing.
I mean, honestly, that whole game is just a real oddity. It's just like XCOM plus Mario.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go
So-
to July, I guess.
As I just looked up Trailblazers. Apparently, it's a cooperative racing game.
Oh,
Cooperative racing game. What does that even mean? Like,
Let's see here. It's a Trailblazers is a fresh new cooperative racing title with an innovative on-track mechanic, paint the track, boost on your color, and work as a team to win. Racing in teams up to 3 versus 3. Players paint the track as they race, capturing key areas to dynamically change the racing line.
did you
Then
see
boosting.
the track?
Yeah, apparently when you drive on something, it paints it.
Like Splatoon?
Kind of, like, yeah.
That's something else.
for sure.
Okay.
Well, let's move on to July, I guess. We have Muddle Dash made by P Cube. B Cube, yeah. P Cube.
Yeah.
I have
It's
no
just
idea.
a third-party game.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Octopath Traveler made by Square Enix.
Yeah. This game, I was actually, I don't know if you guys watched the directs, but they were really pushing it, and that game looked really interesting.
Oh, really? I didn't watch the
Yeah,
direct. That one, at least.
It's basically like this thing where it's like an RPG, but kind of like artsy 2D pixels.
Oh,
And,
sounds interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Next, we have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, made by obviously Nintendo, which honestly was released on the Wii U, if I'm not mistaken, and it wasn't really an exciting game, to be honest to me.
Yeah.
Didn't really look exciting, nor was the gameplay exciting.
I think it was supposed to originally be like a Zelda game, because, like, you know how you can't jump, right?
Yeah.
So it was originally designed for, like, Link, because, like, I mean, that kind of makes more sense, for moving around to be Link, right? Or
Yeah.
Toon Link.
Yeah.
But it's like they gave it to Toad for some reason. Maybe they wanted it to sell better.
Yeah, so they put Toad's face on it.
Yeah.
Next game, Lego The Incredibles by Warner Brothers, which is, I guess, nice. We don't need another Lego game, to be honest.
It's gonna make them a lot of money, though.
Well, for sure, it's The Incredibles.
Yeah. It's Incredibles. These things sell.
And then Lego as well, that just adds to it.
Yeah.
Next we have Sonic Mania Plus.
Sonic Mania Plus. So
Yeah.
it's like, is that like an enhanced version, like definitive?
I guess it's an enhanced version of Sonic Mania.
Like, Sonic Mania DX?
I guess.
Alright.
And then we have 20XX, which I have no idea what that is.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah. I guess it would be an updated version, because Sonic Mania is old.
Yeah, it
When was
is.
Sonic Mania released? Was it like last year?
I have no
Sonic.
idea.
Sonic Mania.
Right. I mean, it's a good game. Like, I'm not surprised they're doing it, but like, whatever.
So apparently 20XX is like a somewhat action, looks like. Can't really tell from these pictures.
Yeah. Wait, here, let me see this for a second.
Mega Man inspired game. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, it's
I
one of
could
those
see it now.
things- There's so many, like, Mega Man inspired games, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Most of them aren't that good. Some of them are really good. Like, you guys know Gun Vault?
Yeah.
Like, that's great.
Yeah, I've heard
I
of
mean,
it.
the people that made that, I think, I forgot the name, but Capcom got them to make Mega Man 11.
Oh yeah, that's coming up on the list soon.
Right. So, I mean, they got the same team. you know?
Well, yeah, that's nice. Overcooked 2. Overcooked 1 didn't really excite me at all. It doesn't look like a game for me. It might be a nice game for a lot of
was
other
like-
people, but not for me.
Now sarcastic, I hope.
Mhm.
Alright.
Okai HD, I have no idea. Okami HD, I have no
I think
idea
it's
what that
Okami.
is.
That was like an
Capcom?
old... Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was like an old game.
Let's see here.
I think it was like an old GameCube game, but like...
It could be, I have no idea.
Yeah, it
Never
didn't
heard
really
of
do so well, I heard.
Oh boy, this is a trippy lucky game. It's one of those games.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's like one of the games that are based off Japanese mythology, and they're very trippy looking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Was this like a dog?
Yeah, it's like a white wolf.
Okay, that doesn't
I
sound
see. Yeah.
interesting. Next game.
I mean, it has to be interesting if they're remaking it. You know, some people might like it.
I don't know.
It
Some
looks
people
trippy.
some people could find it interesting, unlike us, because we're uncultured swines. But other than that,
Uncultured swines.
yeah, I love that phrase. I don't know why.
We are.
Capcom generally makes okay games.
Yeah.
I've been
Jinx.
doing a little better recently, you know.
Then we have Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, made by Capcom. By the way, this is August. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not really
Monst-
much to say there.
Monster Hunters.
Yeah,
That's pretty popular.
but I never really got into that.
Right.
Dead Cells. I've no idea what that is.
Well, looking up another game.
Nice.
I have a feeling we'd be doing that a lot.
Yeah, some of these games you never even heard of.
It's like Metroidvania.
Oh, it's a 2D. It's a 2D game.
Mm-hmm. Well, 2D is very vague. What type of 2D
Like-
game?
Kind of like a 2D action game. I'm trying to look here.
It says here it's Metroidvania. You guys know what that is, right?
No.
Okay, you know Metroid and
Yes.
Castlevania?
Yeah.
It's basically like, it's kind of like something like in GTA or Grand Theft Auto.
It's like a
Or,
spin-off?
I guess that's the name of the game. Alright, it's like in GTA, you know how like there's this big world to explore, and
Yeah.
like, you know, you have to do the story, but you can kind of do whatever you want also, and they're like side quests, whatever.
Yeah.
A Metroidvania is kind of like that, but it's in 2D.
Oh, I see.
It's also roguelike.
Roguelike. I've
Yeah.
never heard that before.
Me neither.
Apparently, that's one of its genres, roguelike.
Roguelike.
Never heard that genre.
Well, what's roguelike mean?
That's it.
Roguelike is a subgenre of role-playing games categorized by dungeon crawl through procedurally generated levels, turn-based gameplay, title-based graphics, and permanent death of the player character. Most roguelikes are based on a high fantasy narrative, reflecting their influence from tabletop role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons. Though the roguelikes beneath the Apple Manor and Sword of Fargle predate it, the 1980 Rogue is considered the forerunner and namesake of the genre. Okay,
Oh, wow.
So it's
they got the name from the game Rogue from
okay.
1980s.
So it just like it just happens spontaneously. Like there's no set like map.
Randomly generated levels, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. But to be honest, what game are we talking about? Damn, I forgot. Oh, Dead Cells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that, for a Metroidvania to be doing that, that's pretty impressive, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Unless it's like, if it works. I mean, I've never heard of it, and unless it got bad reviews, then it probably didn't work. But if it works, that's pretty impressive, you know?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear more modern examples of roguelike games?
Yeah.
Okay, so FTL, Faster Than Light, The Binding of Isaac.
Oh, The Binding of
Yeah,
Isaac.
The Binding of
I
Isaac,
play that
great.
game.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
game.
So is FTL if you haven't tried it.
I have
What's
no idea what
FTL?
FTL.
Wait, is it like FTL, or is there like a full name?
It's called, well, FTL stands for, it's FTL double dot Faster Than Light, so.
Uh-huh. I've never heard of it.
Essentially, you control a ship and the crew, and
yeah, it
you
looks
try to get to the end, and the map's randomly generated every single time.
Oh, nice.
That's why it's called Faster Than Light. I see what they did there. Okay.
Okay,
So in the summer of 2018, we're gonna have Dark Souls Remastered. Ooh, interesting.
That's a big deal. Like,
That is a
honestly.
big deal, especially on the Nintendo Switch. Dark Souls?
Like,
Like, damn. Yeah.
Wait, I just wonder, like, okay, you see how there's June 2018, July,
Yeah.
2018 and then August, right?
Yeah.
Why is there like June, July, and August, and then like summer 2018?
Why not?
No, but like, why? I mean, is it like they don't have a certain date yet?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess.
that makes sense. That makes the most sense.
Right.
Well, there should be no other reason. And then we have Battlezone Gold Edition. I have no idea
Yeah.
what that is. It's made by Rebellion.
Rebellion.
Never heard of it.
Probably just some FPS. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
It's
It's
not kind of. It's an FPS, but with like very
inappropriate things. No, I'm joking. I don't know.
No, not what I'm talking about. It's like tanks and things. Not necessarily a first-person shooter.
Oh, so it's
but
like a military game shooter.
Is it third-person shooter?
It's first person, but it's with tanks. Like, I don't know if you consider World
So it's
of
like
Tanks
FPS
a-
military.
Kinda, but not, because it's not real tanks. They're like very gamey looking, like Tron. There we go. That's the game I was thinking.
Yeah.
Everything looks like it's from Tron.
Okay, that's pretty weird. I have to admit. So it's
Yeah.
like Tron with tanks.
Yeah.
Whenever I see that game, I'm just gonna think of Tron with tanks. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
First-
Everything looks very Tron-like when I looked at it.
Yeah.
Well, for September of 2018, which is really surprising to me, we have FIFA 19 for some reason.
FIFA 19. That's gonna.
FIFA 19, like all the FIFAs are the same, and just slightly better graphics, and
Yeah, but they sell. Well,
yeah,
what
but
do
they
you
sell obviously. But on Nintendo, I'm surprised a little bit.
do? Why?
I don't know. I just never seen EA games on Nintendo. No offense.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, EA is more of a partner with Microsoft and Sony.
Exactly. That's why I never saw them. Like,
I guess.
and it's the only game I've seen from them on the Nintendo. So
Okay. You know, honestly.
I think they're only doing it for the World Cup. Maybe I have no idea.
Maybe. You know, I have like a sick conspiracy right now. Okay, you guys know. Wait, do you guys watch Nintendo's E3, right?
Yeah. Why not?
All right, Eric,
No.
you saw it?
No.
No. Do you watch
I
E3?
did. I didn't watch most of the E3s, no, because I wasn't really interested in most of them.
Oh,
I
rip.
see. Which one did you watch?
I really only watch the ones for PC games because I don't have any of the. Well, I have the other consoles. I don't use them.
Fair.
Wait, so like, which ones are those? Like, which companies?
There was. God, I know I saw EA's one. I also saw Bethesda's one.
EA's was bad. Bethesda's
EA's
was
all
good.
them.
Bethesda's was good though. Bethesda's had the one of the best
Okay.
ones.
EA was a bit of a meme at E3. It's just like no one seemed excited at all.
No, obviously not.
'Cause, I mean, like, they do the same thing every year. Like, that's the problem, and they just do a lot of weird things, you know.
But you gotta give them props for actually stepping up and saying they made a mistake on Battlefront 2.
I mean, I guess, but like, instead of the president coming up and saying it, they made the poor developer come up and say, I feel
Yeah.
so bad for that dev.
But at least they admitted what they did.
Yeah, like, that's not everyone's gonna do that. But okay, the one thing I really didn't like about EA's conference night this year was that they were doing this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like they made this mobile game or whatever, I forgot what it was called, but then they didn't say the name of the game. So then they like brought these two esports players to play like a match of it,
And then say the name.
and like after like 15 minutes of the game, they like reveal that, oh, this is like a spin-off to this this game or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, Eric?
I remember what it was, but I don't remember what's the game called.
What did the game look like? We need more
I think it was
details.
like you know how it's like I think it was like real-time strategy, right?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Command and Conquer mobile game?
Yeah, remember them? They had that.
Oh, that's
Oh
what
my
it's
God.
called. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
they had that cringy like esports thing. Remember that?
Yeah.
They made everyone. They disappointed the Command and Conquer community so much. They actually wanted a real Command and Conquer game. What they got was a mobile game.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
sucked. Well, for them at least, I wasn't really interested.
And, like, okay, even if the game is, like, the best game ever, the way they presented it was so stupid. Like, okay, like, think about it. What would make more sense? Like, maybe show, like, 20 seconds of the game, and then say it, and then everyone's jaws drop, you know? Or, like, wait 15 minutes, get everyone to, like, be bored of it, and then say the name of the game. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna care at that point.
Well,
What was it again?
obviously the
Rivals.
the first one is better. Well, to tell you what the game is and then play the game, which is much better.
Alright.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
next
let's just-
game. Well, for October 2018, October 2018,
Oh, okay.
we strolled off of FIFA a lot.
Yes, FIFA, damn.
Okay, so October 2018 we
Really
have
rant about EA.
yeah, of course. Who hasn't? October 2018 we have Mega Man 11, which I'm looking forward to. I could say that
Yeah,
much.
that's gonna be great.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
Except he doesn't. The only problem is he doesn't bob his head in that one.
Oh,
Doesn't
that
bob
sucks.
his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, next we have Super Mario Party, which I'm also looking forward to and probably gonna buy.
I think it's gonna be like.
Mario Party with Super, haha. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, but like, okay. The newer Mario parties weren't that good. Like, let's just be real.
Yeah, like 8, 9, and 10, right?
Yeah. I mean, compared to the other ones, but I think this one, if they're telling the truth, that is, you know, it's Nintendo, but, it's gonna be a return to form, you know? So
Yeah,
it's,
like
I
back
think,
in
gonna
the
be like, you know,
older Mario parties.
you don't have to be, like, crammed and with everyone in one car.
No, I don't think they're doing that. I saw the trailer.
It's good.
Yeah, that's
That's it.
great because, like, for example, the DS, which is the one I really played a lot, that was really fun.
Yeah,
Memories.
I think, like, the DS, I think that wasn't that, like, a remake?
It was a remake of one of them. I forgot which one. It was a remake of the original. I
On
think.
the N64.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Then we have Gaia 1 Complete. I have no idea what that is.
Very Japanese. I recognize that company.
I've never seen it.
Uh,
What did they make that company? Do you know? Or
oh my god. That is the most
I-
Japanese game title I've seen. But yeah, it looks like
really, I've seen more
It's-
Japanese titles, but okay.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like Fire Emblem.
Oh,
Fire Emblem.
It's it kind of plays like that.
can it live up to it though?
Well, I don't know. It's also coming out on PS4, so
To be honest, Fire Emblem doesn't have a lot to live up to either.
Well, but it was good.
I know. It is good. I'm not a fan. You know.
Fair.
It's like, it's just boring to me.
Yeah, fair. Everybody doesn't like a certain genre of games, obviously. You can't like everything.
Like
What's your least favorite?
Genre?
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't like some games, obviously, but I don't know which genre though.
There you go. If you want to see pictures, go ahead and click that link.
All right. Thanks. Nice. Oh, what about you, Ark-Chan?
My least favorite genre. That's a tough one.
Oh, that's like RPG somewhat.
No, I don't. I do enjoy RPG games from time to time. I really dislike survival games. I just don't find them very
Survival,
interesting.
Like
Yeah.
Rust.
Oh, I understand.
I see.
Like
Uh,
s-
like
Like some of the games are boring, but some of the games are fun, depending.
I'm also not a fan of what is it? Battle Royale games.
Battle
No,
Royale,
oh, I
yeah.
hate that genre.
It's more of a trend than a genre, to be honest. Like, honestly.
Well, it's becoming a genre very slowly. Like they also added it for
Right,
Battlefield
I
5.
guess, yeah, I guess it is.
They added it for
It's-
Battlefield 5, and I was like, "What the actual hell are you doing?"
It existed long before it became a trend, though. It didn't just like.
No,
out of
but
the
it just
ground.
got popular because of PUBG and Fortnite. Well,
Right.
mainly Fortnite, but still, PUBG started it. Well, not started it, but they started the trend of the year.
PUBG, not Daisy, the mod for Arma. When you say that started it?
DayZ. Oh, Daisy, really? Do people still play Daisy?
Probably not anymore. But
Probably. Honestly, I could see some people playing Daisy.
like at least not nearly as much as people.
Well, obviously.
No. Because, like, I mean, it's just one of those games where, like, it's so popular and, like, everyone's talking about it all the time, but then it's
Christ.
like, what the hell is that?
Jesus, I hear someone screaming in the background.
Is that your sister, dude?
No,
I
it's
don't
his
have a
daughter.
sister.
It's his.
Is that
I'm
like
joking. I'm
A
joking.
neighbor?
No, apparently it's my brother.
Oh, your brother, okay.
Oh wow.
Sorry. So anyway, what was I talking about?
I don't know. Let's just go to the next topic.
Yeah, let's just go on.
Wow, we really derailed from the freaking Japanese game. Okay, next we have another Lego game, Lego DC Supervillains.
Super villains.
It's gonna be another cash and grab, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, yeah, it's not entertaining for me anymore, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Starling Battle of Atlas.
that
Atlas
looked
sounds
interesting.
familiar.
Honestly, that looked
It's-
very interesting.
It's Battle of Atlas.
Okay.
No, but like that Starlink game looked very interesting because, like, you know how? Okay, so it's basically like Star Fox. You guys know what Star Fox is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like good, you know? Because like Star Fox, that new game wasn't that good, you know?
Well, yeah, that's true.
It's Yeah, it's a space dogfighting game. Okay.
Basically, yeah. But what's really cool about it, I think like Fox McCloud is like making cameo.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. I mean, Ian, I don't think you watched the Sony conference, right?
Me?
American.
Oh,
No.
him.
No. So like, okay, well basically they had this. Well, not the Sony conference. It was it was the Ubisoft conference, I think.
Yeah, I'm reading on the game right now.
Yeah. So like they had this huge like thing, and then you just saw in the distance like, well, enough distance, like really up close, like you see like this patch of fur, and like you think it's like, you know, his foot or something. I thought that's what it was, but it was like Fox McCloud, and it's like, damn.
If you look up the images for the game, it shows him as well, Fox.
Yeah.
It's just a full facial picture. So,
I could just see it zoomed into like a serious face of his.
Yeah, honestly, I think they might be using it as like a promotion more than like a cameo because they like it,
Yeah.
you know? Because like,
they might just be trying to leverage some more people to try it. Like, that's fair.
Well,
Whatever they think will work.
I
yeah,
guess. Then we have November 2018, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Tama the Golden
DLC.
Country DLC.
very alright, no comment.
No comment as well.
Xenoblade
I've heard of the game. I've
Chronicles,
never played it nor watched it, but I've heard of it.
Honestly,
Just
I think most people only know about it because of Smash Brothers, because, you know, Shulk's in Smash Brothers, you know?
Yeah,
Shulk.
but that's like the only time I've heard about it. But other than that,
Right. That might be the only reason they're also making a sequel.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's a bit of a RPG.
I think it's like a
game.
Monster Hunter, right?
I think it is.
Yeah, it has this. God, I've seen this format for games a lot. This is like Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy combat format.
Oh,
Like new Final Fantasy?
Probably not new Final Fantasy, like the old one where you have the turns and the health bars and the ability
Oh,
lists.
that.
That.
oh, sounds
that
somewhat
sounds-
interesting.
That actually sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Just has to be a little flashier than old Final Fantasy.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, it's 3D, so it would be
I-
flashier.
I was joking.
Next game, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. No comment.
I mean, that's actually going to be a big deal, I hear.
Well, it looks
it's
like a
fun.
big deal, but I really don't care about Pokemon. No offense to all the Pokemon fans.
I mean, it's like, it's the first Pokemon game, really. Like, the first not spin-off Pokemon game on a home console ever, really. That's the thing that everyone's excited about, you know?
Okay,
home
fair.
console. What about the one? What about the one for GameCube?
Well, that's not. Are you talking about Pokemon Stadium?
No, I'm talking about Pokemon Dark. What was it?
Pokemon Dark.
So-
What was it called?
I forget what the full name was, but I had it on GameCube, and essentially there was like shadow versions of the start.
I mean, like, I think that sounds more like a spinoff. Like, that's the thing. I don't mean
spin
like,
off of what?
like Pokemon. You guys know what a spinoff. You know what a spinoff is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
but-
course.
Yeah, like, I mean, like Mario Party's a spinoff, right? Okay, like, this is really the first, Pokemon RPG, normal Pokemon game that's on a home console, Like, they were always on handhelds, Red and Blue was on the Game Boy, Gold and Silver, Game Boy, and, like, Advanced DS, 3DS, and now, like, 20 years later, now it's finally on a home console,
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's a big. I'm just saying, it's a big deal.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Other than that, let's.
So by spin-off you mean like most of the console ones are story driven?
Well, a spin-off of a video game is just like generally that's like a different genre, but it's like the same series. Like Mario. Mario's 2D, or like sometimes 3D, right? But like Mario Party would be a spin-off because it's not 2D like platformer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's also a party game instead of a 2D platformer, but
Exactly.
what I'm talking about is still literally practically the same game. It's just more story driven instead of open world.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what is it called?
Just look up Pokemon on the GameCube.
All right, I'm not like a Pokemon expert. Don't get me wrong.
Why are we talking so much about a subject I don't know?
Gale of Darkness. There you go. That's what.
Darkness.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just see this for a second. I mean, I'm not like a Pokemon expert, but like I just heard that the one on Switch is the first one. Wait, this is Pokemon XD.
XD Gale of Darkness. Yeah.
Do you know what this means? Like,
What?
Pokemon's like laughing at us.
Ha 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 ha! You're so funny.
No, just think about it.
Yeah, I know XD. It's laughing. I know. It's just stupid.
That's a coincidence, though, isn't it?
I guess.
I didn't really think about it much at the time I was a kid.
No one did.
Yeah.
Really. So for December 2018, we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is the game I'm really looking forward to as well.
Yeah. Who isn't?
Well, yeah, obviously, it's Super Smash Bros. And it's Ultimate. Sadly,
Smash Bros.
what I dislike about it, they don't have Waluigi, but that's it.
They have Ridley, though.
True, but they don't have Waluigi.
I know. My favorite thing about the release was, okay, there was this guy who's at Nintendo New York, right?
Yeah.
You know how there's like a store, right? So he was filming a group of people. They were all watching the E3, and when Ridley came on, they all started cheering. But then some guy started to chant like, "Not too big, not too big." And I was just like laughing my ass off.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's a good reference, if anyone gets it.
You get it?
Yeah, I get
Okay.
it. Oh, him. He's just sleeping.
Arcane.
Ark-Chan!
What's up?
You get that reference?
No, I didn't get the reference. I was sorry. I was looking at I was
Porn.
reading things on Super Smash Bros.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, but basically, I think I'm not sure if it was Melee or Brawl before.
It was Brawl.
But it was Brawl. Okay, it was Brawl. But basically in Brawl, like everyone wanted Ridley to be in Brawl, right?
Yeah.
But then Sakurai said,
No.
"Oh, he's too big."
Yeah, that's one of the
And it was
main
just
reasons
like-
he said no, and then they finally
Yeah,
brought
and,
him.
I mean, it basically became a meme for like the past 20 years.
And then they finally brought him.
Frank Ridley.
The thing is, I'm sure he never wanted to put him in. He was just like, driven crazy.
He did it for the
by-
fans.
Yeah, but he's like pushed into it, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The only thing about Ultimate is like Okay, one thing that I find that's cool is like, they're getting every character ever, right?
Yeah, which
It's
is
just
nice.
not really. The only thing is they're not really getting a lot of new people.
They only got 2 new people, Ridley
Yeah,
and what's his face?
I think Inkling, right?
I think so. Inkling?
Like there's Ridley and the Inkling.
No,
Like,
they.
that's basically it.
I think that. Yeah, I think that's it.
There's
Right.
65 people in total so far, though. So
Yeah, but
I mean,
that's
it's
huge.
good, but I mean it's great. That's awesome. And they're getting like people back, like Snake. I never imagined.
Yeah,
would be
Snake. Yeah, like I'm
That's
excited
so
for that.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
cool.
how they convinced Konami to let them get used Snake, but yeah, that's great.
Well, that's great.
It's
Yeah,
just-
obviously, it's
I mean,
great.
the only thing is, it's just like I just want to see new people.
True.
Maybe like put Crash Bandicoot.
I don't know if they'll
Wait,
be able
when
to get the
when
rights
did
for
they add
that.
Bayonetta? Is that
Bayonetta.
Yeah, is that a last
She
year thing?
I think she was a DLC in 4.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, you know that.
No, I didn't look into the DLCs.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like they saved a lot of the best characters for the DLCs.
Oh, maybe they're saving Waluigi for the DLC.
Yeah, okay, that would be a.
That'd be a great the Waluigi DLC, and they just add Waluigi, and that's it.
Yeah, but they had to have like some epic trailer.
You have to have some extra epic trailer with him like dancing on his own map.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah, honestly, the thing I like about 4 and like the Switch version is the trailers for Smash Brothers now are like so epic.
Yeah, they're really good.
Like Brawl, Brawl's trailers were pretty good, but like the new trailers were so good. Like they put the budget into those trailers.
Yeah, of course. Those are amazing.
A lot of the budget. Like I mean, they're like hand drawn. I remember the one. Who is like the Kid Icarus character? That's like green and she's like whatever.
Which
Well,
character?
Like,
From where?
like she's green haired
From which game?
and from Smash Brothers. I think it's like Kid Icarus.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Right. All right. But anyway, like I remember, like she had this like huge hand drawn trailer, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And that
Yeah,
must have been like $10,000 to produce.
yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean for a trailer.
hmm
All right.
Okay, final game of the list. Winter 2018 Team Sonic Racing. Yay! A
Oh,
game I'm
is it-
obviously looking forward to.
Wait,
Oh.
are you actually?
I was being sarcastic.
All right, good. Honestly, I was kind of.
Worried.
Didn't we talk about a team racing game earlier?
That was Blazers.
Right, the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was really disappointed when this game launched because, like, if you don't know, like, Sega has a series like Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing,
Yeah.
where it's basically like Smash Brothers, but it's like with Sega characters, and like they race instead of fight.
Yeah,
Right.
which is stupid in my opinion.
No, it was. I mean, kind of, but it was a really great game. It was like Mario Kart, but with Sega. It was a good game.
Well,
Sega
I
has,
never
like, a
found
lot-
it interesting.
No.
Not really.
All right. But anyway, like Sega had like, they have like a lot of franchises that are kind of dormant. So it's nice to see them, do something, right?
Yeah, of course.
But that's why I was really annoyed with this new game. Like, they're just going back to Sonic again. Like, that's really the main problem I find with Sega, is like, instead of using their franchises that like people like everyone wants to see a new one of, they keep going back to Sonic, and it's just like,
You get tired of it.
yeah, like Sonic isn't as good as it used to be. You know,
Yeah,
Like
because
they're-
they milked it.
I mean, basically, I mean, I don't know.
And now they're going back to like the 2D platform with Sonic Mania.
Yeah,
So-
and even like, what's ironic about it is they keep on going back on Aja, and even that's getting old.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh man.
Oh man,
yeah.
that was The article still goes on, by the way, but we're not continuing. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. That'd probably
See,
take another hours.
there's. I mean, honestly, this isn't really a huge lineup, you know.
Yeah, but still, it shows. Some of the games are good.
It does make me wonder though, because I'm looking at some of these third-party games, and it does make me wonder, since they're gonna be coming out on the Switch, if some of these third-party games will actually make it into Brawl, some characters from them. It would be interesting, to say the least, to see, where is this? Ah, yes, a Dragon Ball character in Smash Bros.
Oh, that would be great.
That'd be too overpowered.
Yeah, OP. But like, oh, Ridley was too overpowered. They did it.
Well, oh yeah.
I
that's true.
don't think power levels really mean much in Smash Bros. Because some characters are in there that would be.
It could be
absolutely
their
trash.
special, Super
Right.
Saiyan special.
I mean, Bowser and Peach fighting. Like, let's be real. You know, it's like, bruh.
Oh, here's an image to a conversation we had relevant earlier.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
If you guys can't see in the podcast, it says Waluigi kills Nintendo for not putting him in Smash Brothers Ultimate, but it's like he's holding a freaking gauntlet from Infinity War.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I like the things where it's like you take a word from a bunch of different sentences, then you put them together to spell something retarded, you know?
Exactly.
It looks so broken here, though.
Exactly. That's like memes nowadays.
Yeah. You know memes, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
Yo,
I know them. I know them, but it's like that one just doesn't seem all that interesting.
This is too real, but it has
It's
nothing
just-
to do with our
it has too
conversation.
There's too much going on.
It's
I don't
too
wanna be
real, but it has
alone.
nothing to do with our conversation.
That's huh? Yeah, that's deep.
That is deep. Well, I guess we could end it here.
Yeah, I guess you should. So, you know what to do?
Outro, obviously.
We never discussed Fallout 76.
Oh, Fallout. I mean, you guys want to talk about Fallout?
We could
I
talk
can
about
talk
it, but not
real
use the
quick.
article because it's gonna be too long.
Yeah. Okay. Here, who wants to go first?
Okay, so the article isn't even that long, but
True.
Fallout being always online multiplayer, and some things they mentioned about it, like the nuking other people's bases.
Yeah,
Fallout
which is
76.
honest. Yeah, that looks interesting.
It can be interesting, but it can go both ways. It can also like streamline the multiplayer to always the same thing, where you always rush the areas where you can acquire said nukes to nuke other people's bases.
Right.
And that's literally where everything will happen, and everything
think-
else will be forgotten.
You know, I think
Because of that.
that's the main problem with survival games in general. Like, they've become too like player versus player oriented to the point where it's not even like survival; it's more like just action. You know.
But it's still
I mean,
nice.
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be good, right? But like, if you look at something like Rust, you guys know what Rust is, right?
Yeah, of course.
So
I know about Rust.
I mean, if you look at the game like a couple of years ago, and then you look at it today, it's like a completely different game, because it's like it used to be back then, survival. People would cooperate, but now it's like purely PvP.
Yeah.
That just happens with time in games like that, though. People become less trusting the more they play it, because they realize that when they trust people, they die.
I know, but I'm just not a fan of that,
What, human nature? I'm sure a lot of people aren't a fan of it.
No, but
Nice.
like, the problem is the game's not designed to be PvP, even though it becomes PvP,
Yeah.
Like, if I
that's-
wanted to play PvP, I play something like PUBG, But I'm not trying to play
Like,
PvP. I'm trying to play survival.
it's just like multiplayer communities. You can't always blame the game themselves. You have to also
Of
just
course.
blame the people who play it.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to a complaint like this, where it's like, oh, now it's just people killing each other. Well, that's because, first of all, if you want to just huddle up with somebody, you generally have to find someone before you play. and that's the case in most survival games nowadays. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like
people aren't
Rust.
trusting anymore, so
I
you
know.
just gotta.
Yeah,
That's the issue with it.
Yeah, like I'm not saying Rust is like a bad game or it's like a worse game because it's PvP. I'm just saying like the atmosphere changed, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think the real problem
That's
with survival games.
yeah.
Human nature.
I mean,
that's what would really happen. Not gonna lie, most people would turn on each other very quickly.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's why it's not. It doesn't really. I guess that's why I mean these survival games don't really work in multiplayer. They just turn into, you know, battle royale or whatever.
Too much dose of reality.
Yeah.
No, but seriously.
That's true. You're right. But I am looking forward to Fallout 76 though, and I'm definitely buying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But apparently it's gonna be like 100 gigabytes or something. Someone told me, but I doubt
100 gigabytes.
Because they said it's 4 times the old map of Fallout 4.
That's 100 gigabytes is like a terabyte.
Yeah, I know, and I
It's
said
not-
I said that's impossible, and they're like,
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
so I could see it being like 30
I
or
just-
40 or 50, but I can't see it being 100.
I just want to point out For Honor is 50 gigabytes.
Yeah, I know. For Honor is a great game. I have it.
Holy crap!
For Honor
I
is a
don't know.
great game.
I don't know how it's 50 gigabytes, but it's 50 gigabytes.
Can it run on your computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
What? I mean, I don't have like a super gaming PC.
Neither
That's
do
the-
I. I just had the only issue. My issue was my GPU when I first started, but as soon as I turned down my res, it solved all my frame problems.
Oh, really? I left it at the default
Okay.
and it still works perfectly fine for me.
I don't have a great GPU.
Oh, really?
I've found.
I could look at my GPU right now. I don't know what the fuck it is. I can check on my computer settings.
I don't know anything about that stuff, so yeah.
No, it's literally right here. I have to find it.
Overall, though, this is interesting because people have been memeing about a multiplayer Fallout game for a very long time.
Yeah,
And
it is gonna
now that it's actually happening, there's going to be a lot of hype for it. Hopefully, the hype doesn't disappoint people because they overestimate it or they overhype it. That could be an issue.
I don't even know where to
Yeah.
find the GPU. Do you mean CPU?
No, GPU, graphics card.
I don't know where that is.
Your graphics
be.
processor
Do you
unit.
have a graphics card?
I don't know. I can't. I don't see.
You have to have a. You
I mean,
can't not
yeah, I
have
know.
it.
That's
I
not
can't
bad.
find
I'm
it
just-
though. I don't know where it is.
Do you have like a graphics card, like a special one? You know, you get it separately, or do you just make it like built in?
I think it's built in.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well,
built-in
I have
graphics
16
cards.
gigs of RAM, which is nice.
Yeah.
I have 8.
I have double, so nice.
I
Oh.
just have a laptop. It makes sense. I'm just saying. You know?
Yeah, it makes sense. You have a laptop, I have an actual PC.
All right. Now, it's been fun.
Yeah, we'll do this
So-
another week. Probably, hopefully
Yes,
next
why-
week.
You know.
This is an hour-long podcast.
Yeah,
No,
just
it's
me and you-
actually it's almost 50 minutes, which is nice.
That's so significant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if
Alright.
you guys know my if you watch my videos, you know my outro. Okay.
So stay it.
If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, don't leave a dislike. It doesn't help anyone. And yeah, have a good day, big gay.